Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh, did you want to do this?
I don't care.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. I was hoping you would. We didn't talk about it, so I was just like, I guess I'll just do it. Leave it in.
It's staying in
It's
by,
staying.
by the right of the council, by the will of the Force. Welcome back into another episode of the Double Galaxy famous, Halcyon approved Jedi Talk podcast. You are following us. Thank you very much, by the way, at Jedi Talk Podcast on Instagram, TikTok at Jedi Talk, and YouTube.com/Jedi Talk, where you'll eventually see our ugly mugs again in the back cave, but that's in a month or so. Take a break from our faces. We've got faces only Kyle's mother can love and faces for radio. I'm not going to hit the button because I'm on the intro part of the soundboard,
That's
guys.
fair.
So
I'll do it for you.
thank you so very much. I'm going to go a little bit differently now since I'm going to let the last man I introduce talk a little bit about what we did getting here, but directly across from me, he'll be missing for a little bit in the coming months because he's on his knees. Yeah, I snuck that in for you. At a Chevelle concert, Brad Hughes. Brad, how the hell are you today?
I'm doing fan-fucking-tastic, guys. It's been a horrible week, but I'm doing good. I'm glad to sit here and talk to you guys. I got a lot of fun coming up over the next few weeks. I'm going to do I'm going to see Chevelle, like you mentioned. I'm seeing the 1975. I'm going to several distilleries. I'm doing a whiskey festival. My life's kick-ass right now. Having a good time. Other than the weird shit that's happened this week that I'm not getting into. But, yeah, it's been good. What about
It
you
has
guys?
been good. Speaking of weird shit this week, our next co-host here on the council, he got really weird Saturday night. Not as grabby as I thought. Evan T. Boucher. Evan, how the hell are you today?
Adiga and good journey. I'm weird all the time, so that's fine. It's totally fine.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm doing great because all the amazing people that we met at that muster meetup and reached out to us and were like, "Hey, aren't you the idiots that talk Star Wars?" And we're like,
We
"That's
are.
us."
We are the...
I wish you would say that instead of being like, "Are you the famous?" I'm like, "No, we're just three idiots, man."
Yeah,
Like,
we're the Galaxy famous. I say it every
we are
time.
Galaxy famous.
That is
I guess.
true.
Both
Yeah.
galaxies.
I still don't like when
But
people
You
say
gotta
that.
embrace it.
First and
Yeah, yeah.
foremost, we've said it on Instagram and on social media, but thank you to the Heroes of the Halcyon.
That was incredible.
Our buddies podcast that we've shared the waves with before on an episode. Go back and listen to it if you haven't.
The first of many.
Yes.
I talk to them a lot.
God, I hope
Thank you for putting that out.
For their sake.
That was a lot of fun. I had so much fun. Loved it.
We all
and
had so
loved
much
meeting everybody. Loved all the listeners that we met.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap.
It was...
Holy crap.
I don't want to say overwhelming because it wasn't overwhelming.
good way,
but
though.
it was shocking
Yeah.
hearing how people enjoy the show. There was
Yeah.
one interaction I had in particular that made me cry.
Mm-hmm. You told the story a few times, and yeah.
And I'm not
Oh,
gonna
the one
bring it
where
up. Yeah.
you and I were with him? Okay.
Yeah. I was
no.
busy. I was
No?
getting grabby at the time, so it wasn't. I
No,
wasn't
I don't think you were with
Just
me.
kidding.
The couple? Okay.
Were you with me with the couple?
Yeah.
That whole I said it on
The
Instagram,
guy who said
but
we're kind of like therapy to him.
Yes.
Yeah. I was
okay.
right to your left.
three people that need
you know how
therapy.
much I
We
drank
are
that night?
therapy.
Yes,
for-
I kept calling you out on it. You're like, I'm not that drunk.
I wasn't that. I got there,
But,
though.
And then he fell.
Then I fell off the balcony.
Oh. Messing with my
But I
vibes
mean,
over there.
I
I was
said
doing
it on.
because the song was still going.
Here. Let me try. I got some new buttons we could try. Let's see where the volume's at.
Suck my dick.
You added the whole DMX.
That's about the
Reading
only
Rainbow.
thing from that I could have put in there.
Why?
Yeah,
it's
what-
not. We're not the ones saying it. If we can have, an
I'm not
N-word
going
button.
down that road.
Yeah.
I am not going down that road.
Hit the
No.
N-word button. That's a good one.
No, but no, I said it on Instagram earlier. Like the whole past week has been a big blur, and that party was just a big blur in the best way because it's like we met so many people and talked to so many people.
It felt like it lasted like that. Like it felt like it was
Yeah,
so quick.
It was a like 4 or 5 hour party, but it felt like it was maybe
Wasn't it-
30 minutes.
I met a girl who was a rocket scientist that works for like NASA.
Yeah, she was really
That
cool
makes
too.
sense.
She hung out with us for like most of the night
Yeah.
after you left. She was awesome. Shout out to Jen.
Yeah.
She was cool.
And then this is not the time or place to talk about it, but I missed a lot of stuff on my Star Cruiser talk. But if you want to see that, just go to my Instagram and go to my YouTube. But I do have an
Star Cruiser
update.
talk? What do you mean?
Like parts from my voyage that I didn't talk about. But I'm not. We're not
Oh.
going to talk about that today. We're here for Ahsoka eventually.
Oh yeah.
But I do want to put a little disclaimer out there. We talked about how someone stole the Hyananea stone on my trip.
Yeah.
Turns out they didn't steal it.
Okay.
They actually afterwards found Wraith and were like, "Hey, I missed because I had to do whatever. I missed the." So they did give
All
it
right.
back to him. So
Good to know.
thank God. So, but it has happened in the past where it has been stolen, but it was
Interesting.
not on my voyage.
Gotcha.
So I wanted
Did
to
you
put that out
ask
there.
someone Saturday night about that?
Yeah. I've
Okay.
talked to very believable sources.
The funniest thing that came out of me for this whole experience, this was wild to me. Do you remember the story that I told on the show where I made fun of the girl who was in the
Oh no! I mean, when you say made fun of a
That
girl,
narrows
there's
it
like
down,
4
that-
different timelines that can go down, Brad.
she was the one that I said when I was in the holocron room by myself.
Oh, yeah,
she
yeah.
didn't,
Oh, yes.
she
Yeah, that
didn't-
was one of my new friends.
she
Our new
didn't-
friends.
It was people he cruised with the second time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who was also on our
And
May
then,
voyage.
and then the same
They were on the same voyage.
yes,
Yeah.
and then the same thing happened to me. I was the idiot that joined their group when I saw Ray do the Force, the Jedi mind trick, and I was like, "Ray, I'm coming too."
I got that
got
moment
candy
of,
falling out of
of
my
you
pocket.
all realizing that on video, and I put it
Yeah,
on.
he
It's
did.
on YouTube.
I watched
Oh,
it.
did you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh.
I got that moment
good
of
shit.
pure like, holy, yeah.
Oh, that's
And then
hilarious.
he's got Lias Orion giving him shit for surveilling the party.
Yep.
I came over. And
I had to edit out because Brad started to talk, so
ouch.
that was pretty
Fair.
good. Yeah. But no, that was an awesome night, and also those amazing people. We keep saying we can say their names, Brian and Rachel. They've helped put together some cool ideas for this meetup that we're putting together.
we
And I
talked
told
about some
Brad
stuff
about it
last
last
night.
night, and he put out a few awesome ideas. So off air after the show,
Mhm.
I'll see what Tom has, and he's gonna probably add some really cool ideas. We
It's,
took a
it's
giant
cool.
step forward this week in making this happen.
Very good.
Aside from me being like, let's just meet up and have a cool Star Wars story. That's all I could do. And then Rachel and Brian were like, here's an actual good idea. And I'm like, that's genius. So I told Brad, and Brad's like, here's another good idea. I'm like, that's genius.
Some of the things
So-
didn't make sense, but I think
We
we're-
made it
we'll,
make
we'll-
sense.
We'll get there.
And we'll
Okay.
get Tom's input after. So the Star Cruiser.
I'm like the Lars Ulrich,
yeah.
I'm the same
Ulrich.
way. I can-
I could piece it together for y'all.
And,
Yeah.
and I can enrich a good idea
Hey,
already.
it brings in
Very rarely do I
multiple
have my
like
own good
viewpoints
ideas.
and multiple
Right.
ways of
Yeah.
looking at it. So the Superfan meetup on Batu is coming together nicely.
Very good. Speaking of coming on Kyle's mother nicely.
Jesus.
Yeah, I want to
Good
take that
transition.
because
Good job.
I was listening back to Fourth Mother Box today, and it really pissed me off how he was like, he blatantly didn't listen to you and I to get a car's lightning lane first to start the day, and he just like, no, a car's ride can't be that good. Like the fuck, if Brad and I say that's the ride you start your day with at California Adventure,
It's almost like
It's
I
the
used
best
to
one
do a
there.
Disney podcast where I would help people plan shit. It's weird.
It's the best
very
one there
strange.
by far.
Dumb fuck. And yes, you didn't like Disneyland.
Yeah.
You made it
He
pretty
hated
I have,
apparent.
Kyle.
it's recorded now. I can go listen to it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's-
I need to go listen.
We have text messages. We're going to send the receipts on Instagram. You did, in fact, say you hated it.
Man.
he did. He said a lot of other things too.
It's
I'll
so
have
funny.
to blur out.
He heard that, but never when you say anything.
I know. Yeah.
Very
yeah,
strange.
Exactly.
Very
Yeah.
strange how that
Very
works.
strange indeed. But you know what wasn't strange? The Ahsoka series, not series.
It was
ooh.
kind of strange.
No, I wouldn't say
It was
strange.
in good ways, in like the best ways.
Season finale because
Yeah.
there ain't no way in hell this is not gonna have a season 2. If this ever
I
is
don't
season
know.
2,
We talked about it. Brad and I did last night.
the biggest blue balls that ever blue balled.
Yeah, these stories need to be continued, but
Yes.
maybe it won't be Ahsoka season 2. Maybe it'll be in part
Oh.
of Skeleton Crew and then part of the movie, or part like it could be
Oh,
continued.
it's gonna
elsewhere.
culminate in the movie.
Yeah.
It could very well be maybe in like Mando season 4.
Right?
I don't think they're doing Book of Bob Fett anymore.
No, but so these stories definitely do need to be continued
Mhm.
and finished. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be Ahsoka season 2.
Got it.
There has to be. Although it did kind of wrap up nicely in a
Yeah.
way, but
Yeah.
there was a lot of stuff left to hang in.
Oh, there was, but I like a lot of people were saying, and I'll get to this when I mentioned the thoughts from our listeners on this. Like things were wrapped up, and then other stuff were like a can of worms
unwrapped.
opened and unwrapped,
Yeah.
and especially with where they left Balin, and like that's like oh shit. So
Mhm.
we'll get there. So I don't know if you want to do. I want to start when we start talking maybe spoilers with the listener thoughts. I've got about
Oh, yeah.
seven,
Nice.
lots of thoughts from 7 or so folks.
Most of our
in here.
predictions were true too.
Yeah.
They came to fruition, so
Yeah.
that was kind of cool. But spoiler free first, and then we'll jump into it.
Sure,
Who's going first? Ready, set.
Brad.
It was okay. It was all right for me. I thought it was just okay. If this was the end, I would be very annoyed. Like if they don't do a season 2, I think that does a disservice to the story as a whole. Because to me, you told like half of what I wanted to see. Sure, he's back, but now what? How does this feed into episode 7, 8, 9? How does this feed into what? Thrawn's back. Okay, now what? I don't know. I want to watch it again, but I just I was not overly impressed.
Yeah,
I've kind of felt disappointed, to be honest.
Oh no, I wouldn't say disappointed.
I would go disappointed. it was just okay. And for the show to be as good as it started off being, to end just okay is disappointing.
Watch it again. We always have high expectations with these finales, and I kept telling myself that last night because I felt different with this. I felt a little bit flatter like I did with previous episodes, but of course, those episodes had fucking Anakin Skywalker in there for me, right? So that was telling a different part of the story, and I was sitting very much enthralled with it. Watched it a second time this morning, liked it a hell of a lot better. Not saying I hated it the first time, but it's like when you watch it a second time, I did the same damn thing with the Mandalorian season finale this year. It's like I was like, ugh. And then watch it a second time, I'm like, okay. Same thing with Book of Boba Fett's finale. Just watch it a second time without expectations. It's just like it's almost like, oh wow, like I connected a hell of a lot more shit, and I've got notes about like I always take notes a second watch.
I think this is probably a better season finale than either one of those two shows.
Oh way,
Yeah.
way
But
better.
I just was like, I don't know. But to me, like, I like a show to not blow its wad in the first little bit of it. Like, I like the build up, and the ending should be like, fuck. Breaking Bad is a perfect example.
Okay.
It doesn't start slow necessarily, but like you build, you establish characters, and you kind of build up. If anything, I think it just shows that this is too few episodes per season.
Potentially.
Yes, but one episode was wasted in this season. What
I
was
agree.
it? 3 episode 3?
You know, I didn't like that.
Yeah,
episode.
I didn't really either.
Yeah.
It was just a whole episode of them getting from one planet to another.
Yeah.
Not one galaxy to another, one planet to another. It's like that should have been a 15-minute. We talked about that. That should have been like 10, 15-minute thing.
We watched it together. What did you think? Because I feel like you've kind of felt like I did.
No. Well, maybe at first there were parts of it, even we will talk about in spoilers, where I was like, really, the Ahsoka finale and this is happening? But I actually love that part now that I've seen it all as a whole. I really like this finale. Like,
Interesting, okay.
I think the problem is the show was titled Ahsoka. It really should have just been called Rebels, because that's what it was. It was just Rebels, because like we had everybody except Zeb.
Yeah. Just to mention from.
But still, the story was 100% Rebels, and every beat was from Rebels, and it tied in so many things from Rebels and Clone Wars that we'll talk about. So the problem was it was called Ahsoka. I think that was their way of trying to grab the normies, be like, this Ahsoka character that you saw, she has her own show now, but it should have just been Rebels.
I just don't think they wanted to take the chance of like directly jumping from animation to live action and calling it Rebels Season 5.
Yeah, that too. But
because
I really like this episode.
people would have bitched. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I might be in the middle for us all together, but all together, episode 1 through 8 of Ahsoka, Ahsoka already for me is better than The Mandalorian. I'm firm on it. I mean,
No, yeah,
I'm
but I
biased.
I
think there's some
Okay.
awesome parts of Mando, but as a whole, I think Ahsoka is better. Like, you can't,
Really?
like, the Luke moment's awesome in Mando, and
the world
some
building
of
and the
Gideon's
character
stuff is
development
awesome.
you get
and
from him from beginning to end. Like that was way more established than anything we've seen character building in Ahsoka. I mean, the only
Well,
only
because it's
character
a new character. Ahsoka, we
Ahsoka's
didn't have to
definitely
build
not
a
a new
character.
character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Mando is. So, yeah,
Oh,
of course
gotcha,
it's
gotcha,
building a new
gotcha.
character.
Yeah.
Ahsoka's
But we got
not.
bomb character building with Shin and Balin
That
and
we
Ahsoka.
did.
That's true.
That we
Yeah.
did.
I don't know. I just think it's too soon to say it's better. That's
No, I
that's
know.
my take. That's my
I know,
take.
and I've given my reasons here in Fourth Mother Box to why I got here.
Sure.
But it's just, and it's probably bias. I mean, this gave me my favorite, like one of my favorite Star Wars moments. It'll be my top 5, episode 5 there.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't see how it couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up there for me, and I don't love Anakin nearly as much as you do.
No, yeah, it was
And
good.
yeah.
This is probably.
Did you guys
still,
know that
though,
Hayden Christensen is a massive Jedi Talk fan?
He is. He
How
is.
wild
a
is
shirt.
that?
He's
he
met
has a
Tom
Jedi Talk
once.
shirt.
He waited
Yes.
in line to meet
He
Tom.
met Tom.
Yeah, he waited in the same
met
spot
you.
to wait me.
That's true.
To meet me.
He waited
gave-
the same amount of time
Yeah.
you waited to meet him.
I gave him a shirt that says "Thanks, Kyle's mom" on it, and
He
we're
proudly
grateful for
displayed
that. God, we didn't even mention
We'll talk soon, Kyle's mom.
Sammy File out there in the link tree. So
That's
keep on
true.
scanning
We
the
had a
QR
lot of
codes.
people talk to us about the Sammy file.
Oh yeah,
so.
they have
Oh yeah. How many requests did you get?
over 20 right now.
That's so funny.
All
Ignite
right,
the spark.
Like the fire.
Yep.
together as Jedi Talk. So, all right, let's get into spoilers. And we'll start with listener thoughts because I think we should lead with them because they're smarter than we are. We be dumb.
I met some of our listeners. I don't know
yes.
if that's true anymore.
Praydeck
I'll
one,
let you
Patrick.
figure out who it is.
He's smarter than
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
That's for sure.
Patrick was. We did meet him at the Hoth party. Hello
He's the
there.
one that got me my ticket, correct?
Yes, he helped
Thank
facilitate
you,
that.
sir. Thank you, sir.
I almost called it perfectly. It was great. I thought we would see more Balin and Shin. He has more thoughts. And what he say was calling was the ending. He and a lot of other listeners last week called a cliffhanger.
We're jumping to spoilers now because they're going to probably say.
Yeah.
I said that. Yeah.
Spoilers.
They called
spoilers, baby.
the end of the episode Thrawn jumping to hyperspace. He also said, upset that they have to recast Balin. Yeah, right there.
I know.
I don't know
That
if they do.
sucks.
I don't know if we're going to see him again.
Yeah, I don't think that story's going to be told in live action going forward now.
No, you absolutely can. You could just kill the character off, and Shin could take his place.
Well, how he ended this on the father, the Mortis stuff.
Yeah.
He could just stay there.
But that was his goal. He wanted
Yeah.
to stay there. He wanted to go find the Mortis gods.
No, he was looking at what the father was pointing at. He was pointing at like a temple with a light coming out of it.
Oh, see, I need to rewatch.
I didn't see that.
I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
Oh, I didn't even
Okay.
see that.
The father's statue is just pointing, and Balin's standing like on the hand. He like turns and looks at the statue, and then he looks at the finger where it's pointing.
Oh, I
and there's
completely missed
a
that.
temple in the
too.
back with like light coming out of
That's
it.
even cooler.
Okay.
So this story does have to
Yes,
be continued,
Shin-
but I
so-
don't think it'll be live action.
Yeah, well, right now what I want is I've seen a lot of people asking for Liev Schreiber to be recast as Balin Skull.
Okay.
I don't know who that
yeah,
is.
Okay.
He played Wolverine's. He played Sabretooth, and well, all right.
He looks enough like he could pull
He
it
does.
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be jarring if he was in
No, it really wouldn't. But it's I don't know if he could.
I can
he
get
could
past the
probably nail
look
the acting.
faster than I can the like mannerisms and stuff. It's the whole Thrawn
He-
conversation.
I would
just
Like,
respect
if
the
it
character.
doesn't look like him, it's fine.
Write
as long
him
as
a
it feels like him.
Write him a badass death, and then Shin finds out about it, and she carries on. Just
That's more interesting.
yeah, to me that's more interesting because that's the apprentice going through.
Yeah.
So we're right there with you, Predec One. The opening scene with Ezra building a lightsaber was awesome.
Yeah,
I
dude.
now must have it. Oh man,
That was
so
our first thing.
Cool.
Brad and I just looked at each other and we're like, we need that at Docks.
I kind of wanted to know where they got the Kyber crystal from, but
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. I'm sure
Well, I would
Hugh
assume
Yang's
he
got it. Yeah.
Just like all those parts and stuff. It's got to just be one.
And he
a
got
spare one or something.
Kanan's backup. Was it the emitter?
Yeah.
That's so badass. And yes, we must have that lightsaber. And last thought from Predec One: not a huge fan of Sabine mastering the Force. I'm right there with you. I've yelled that.
I don't know. I was very adamant about it, I feel like, in previous episodes on Jedi Talk of saying she doesn't need to be Force sensitive. But when she was, I was like all for it. I'm like, that's fine. It's cool. It's fine.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. But doing it to defeat a zombie was badass.
I didn't
agree.
want it, but now that it's
hated
here,
all
I'm okay
this.
with it.
I didn't like any of the zombie stuff. It opens up a weird door in Star Wars.
That's
it,
already
it
been
existed.
Open, though. Yeah, it's
You
it's
you
been
do
open
that
for
in Fallen
15
Order
years.
for like a whole level on Dathomir.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't like it then either.
What? Ah.
I don't like. It felt like Harry Potter. It felt very. When we were watching it, we were all like, "This is fucking Harry Potter."
I wasn't, to be fair.
Okay.
But everyone else in the room was.
3
I
point.
like it.
I don't. I shouldn't say I don't like it. I don't. I just like. I honestly, and this is gonna sound very old man curmudgeon-y of me. I like old school Star Wars. I like the Force to be a little mysterious, 100%. I don't like magic. I don't like mystical shit. I don't
Okay.
like
The magic
parallel
is just
universes. I
the
don't
Force,
like
though.
galaxies. I
It is
like,
the Force.
What?
Magic is just the Force.
No, I know, but it's not.
It's how they wield it.
it's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
They just
that's
call
a
it
step.
magic.
Whoops. That's like that. This is like witch magic spell magic. Like I don't like that in Star Wars. It's fine. I'm not the be all end all. I probably a minority opinion on that, but much like my political leanings, I'm very traditional.
3.75-inch Punch said, I loved it, but it felt incomplete.
Yep.
I would agree.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Beyond ending on a cliffhanger, no one's motivations were ever clear.
I think they were.
I think they were, yeah. I don't know if I...
Sabine
And
wanted to
they're-
find Ezra.
Yeah.
Balin wanted to find the Mortis.
Yeah, but
like,
why?
Because
That's-
they promised
those
they'd
are
find each
cliffhangers,
other
yeah.
in Rebels.
Right.
She's like, I'm going to come find you.
I
And
gotta
Ezra's
now-
like, I trust
Rebels
you.
again.
And now Ezra has to do it for them.
Yeah.
Or they could just ride space whales again.
Yeah, they'll get back somehow.
Yeah. Somehow Ahsoka and Sabine return.
Yeah.
The only space whale I want to ride is Kyle's mom.
Oh,
Button.
hit the goddamn button.
There it was.
Do you have our first Croy's boys on video? Is it somewhere on the Jedi Talk YouTube? Because
Yeah.
I've heard it before and seen it, yeah.
Okay.
And I wasn't
we
there for
had
that
it.
voyage.
We had it on the thing.
No, we never did.
I thought we did too, but
We for
I
sure
believe
had it
him.
on
He's
the
the king
soundboard.
of the soundboard. I believe him.
Who
The mayor
who
of
did we
the
have it
soundboard
last?
over
We
here.
we had my boys when he was on the show. We played it.
I think
No,
he just
no.
plugged it into YouTube or something. And played it, or-
No.
I
We
can't
didn't do
remember.
that. We played just. It starts. So obviously, not are you only in support of these troopers being?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, you're tearing the formality apart. That's the only.
Maybe I
Croy trip
don't.
have.
Because it would have been in that clip. Maybe I
If
think
you
maybe
don't-
No,
Other
you were
people
recording
do.
it. That was ripped from my video.
Okay.
You were recording it at the same time, so you
Okay.
might have started before me.
I'll look tonight
But
and see
if
it's
you
on there.
don't, I know it's out there because I've seen it on YouTube.
Okay.
So someone.
Oh, all
has it.
right.
Sweet.
I'd like it from our voyage. But
Yeah.
Sid_101 says Saber duels were epic. My favorite sword fight of this whole show was fucking Morgan Elsbeth and
Yeah.
Ahsoka
With the freaking
the Sword of Talzin.
Mother Talzin's sword.
That was cool.
I knew you were gonna love all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like the witch stuff.
That's fine. That's
It
fine.
goes against my
Witchcraft.
religion, witchcraft.
You're not wrong.
And then she said, "Why Dathomir?" Well, that's where the Night Sisters fled to
They're
from
hauling
Peridia.
those bodies back, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Who are they resurrecting?
Witches.
Do you think there's Night Sisters in those caskets, or like Night Brothers?
Ooh,
Shit.
it'd be even more badass if it was Night Brothers.
Yeah, because they
We've
always
already
kind
seen
of
the
control
witches
the
side
Night
of it.
Brothers.
Yeah, we've already seen that side in Jedi Fallen Order. So like, why not give us the zombie brothers?
Do you
now?
think they would ever resurrect Maul?
again?
Holy shit.
I mean,
I don't want them to.
in
but do you
canon
ever
he
think
wasn't
they would?
resurrected, but like outside he basically was resurrected. So no, I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't.
And
I don't
then
either. I want.
They did it with a bunch of fucking stormtroopers. Who's to say they wouldn't bring him back?
But
for
no,
advice or
Maul
something?
had a
They could.
death though, man.
But they'd
his,
also
his
have to
arc
go to
is done.
Tatooine and get his body. Like that.
Hey,
they
it's
did-
Star
they
Wars.
had
They're
the
on
bodies already
Tatooine like
there.
every other episode.
Fair, fair.
Is that Tatooine? No, it's another indiscriminate
Jakku.
desert planet in the middle of the outer rim.
Pasana.
Sid_101
So
also
that's
said, "Were those statues of father, son, and daughter? That's half
Oh,
right. It was the
yeah.
father and son, but the daughter was missing.
Thought it was missing.
Because
But we did
that's
see
Ahsoka.
more eye. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's
wow. Way to
Ahsoka.
not represent women in Star Wars. You pieces. You
The
misogynist
daughter was
pieces
in
of
every
shit.
episode of the
You-
goddamn
Yeah.
show.
Ahsoka.
Misogynistic pieces of shit.
Brad, you got to rewatch Clone Wars. And Kyle, you
I
need to get
don't.
on your stupid ass. No. I need your help
Just
here because
10
Kyle's like,
episodes.
I will not watch Clone Wars. They
I-
are stupid.
I back
No,
him on
you
that.
need to watch like 20 episodes max.
Rebels is what he needs to watch.
So
He likes height.
in the Clone Wars, in the Mortis episode, I think it was season 3. He lacks height. Season 3 was Mortis.
I can't
Is that
remember.
about right?
There's
fucking-
300
Ahsoka dies,
episodes, I
but
can't
the
remember.
daughter uses her life force to save Ahsoka, so she is essentially the daughter. And is
Yep.
that's when
Anakin's the
Morai
father.
starts following.
That's
right?
where I see it as. Yeah.
Okay.
But I see it as Anakin is now the father too. So the brother is left out there.
Is that
Whoever
what
could be.
Balin's trying
Maybe
to do?
Balin was searching for the brother or trying to become the brother.
I think
know.
trying to become the brother is become a brother.
a night brother.
Trying to become a brother, man.
I think trying to become the brother, I think, is a better storyline to tell with Balin.
Yeah.
But maybe then they can't do that for Shin, though. If that's truly what they were doing.
True. Yeah. I don't know. But then again, I think you can't just actively try to become a Mortis god. I think it just happens. You know, you might get
Sure.
there and be like, you can't force yourself to become a god. It's not how the Force works. To quote Han, I guess. I wasn't trying to, but
That's not how.
Well, that would actually be a satisfying arc. Then he doesn't get what he wants.
Yeah, what he wanted failed. We talked about
Yeah.
that with maybe he was trying to find the world between worlds and use it incorrectly as time
Yeah.
travel. That would have been a cool story
That's
to see him
better.
fail because it's not time travel.
Yeah.
Right.
But if he gets there and tries to become
That
a Mortis
does not
god,
make sense.
Fuck yeah.
and that's what the god said to him. That did not make sense, and that was it.
Justin Hagler, which this is probably my favorite part of the episode, but Anakin Force
Hagler.
Ghost. Hagler, sorry. Justin Hagler, sorry about that. Anakin Force Ghost. Yes. Anakin Force Ghost.
Yeah, it was awesome, and it didn't take it away from it, and I'm not taking away from it. But it was like we just got this with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, so
Oh,
I'm
oh, yeah,
it
oh,
didn't
yeah, I
make
know.
it less awesome.
No.
But like this just happened.
I know. But
It's still
Anakin
awesome.
didn't but that was so yes we did, but two different things.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's going back to his master to continue his training.
Mhm.
Anakin just completed his apprentice's training.
Yep.
He's never going to see her again.
Yeah.
Like
And
that,
that was
the way
kinda
I
like
saw
his
it is
approval,
like
too,
he
like
was
nodding
looking on. He's
approval,
like, "She's
like-
good. I'm
Yeah.
done."
Mhm.
That's the way I saw it.
Oh yeah, me too.
That's a heavy ass moment right there. Well, I
it
think
was cool, too, to
Anakin
see-
needs to be done with Ahsoka. Maybe
Yeah.
bring him back for the movie, but he needs to go away for a little bit.
It was cool too to see Sabine like
You don't wanna
kind of
overuse
thinking it's there,
Exactly.
but Sabine couldn't see
Yes.
it, and then Ahsoka's like, "I can see it. It's right,
Right,
there." Like
right.
that was cool too.
Anakin Force Ghost season 2 must deliver, and I think it will. Also, Knights of Ren vibes? Question mark? Question mark?
Who?
Does Shin
What?
start the Knights of Ren with those?
No,
like,
it already exists at this point.
Yeah.
it does.
It's
Okay.
in the comics. Kira's already worked with him.
Oh
So
shit,
I
that's
I
right.
don't know who they're talking about, but nope.
Just says
they
Knights
already
of Ren
exist,
vibes. I don't know.
I don't know.
Tell us what you mean by that. Jason Broshak says, not the ending I was expecting, but it was really good. What's Balin up to? Also, Hu Yang is the GOAT. Yeah,
Hu Yang is the shit.
We just
He's one
talked
of the
about
best
Balin
He's
choices.
awesome.
doing. Yeah,
He's
Yang's
awesome.
fucking awesome.
Some of the best characters were Balin and Hu Yang, honestly, in the whole show.
Yeah, agreed. And I think we would all agree with what.
Ahsoka didn't deliver.
That's what I'm saying. It
Ahsoka.
shouldn't have been called Ahsoka.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think
there
she
were
did a great
moments,
Ahsoka. I
but
think she was fine.
There was a whole episode where she wasn't in the show.
Yeah.
I know, because it was telling like Throne
I know,
story.
but
yeah.
like I feel for like you're saying, it should be called Rebels because she was a focus.
Or
but she
Rise of
wasn't-
the Rebellion or something. Not Rise of the Rebellion.
Everyone
Something
was
different. It
everything
should've been
was
something
happening
different.
though because of her.
Yes.
Like she's the one who caught Morgan Elsbeth, put her into jail, and it all just kind of domino affected from there. We saw her arc with Anakin complete.
right.
So that's like I get it. You want the satisfied Rebels 5, but Disney's not going to make that jump from animation to
Yeah, they're too
live
scared.
action. Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
I think with anything you do live action, people are going to be at least curious about. I think they could do it. They're just scared to do it.
That's 100% it. They're scared to do it, especially after Boba Fett wasn't that great. And as much as I like Kenobi wasn't as great as people wanted and as it should have been. So they were like, we just have to call it Ahsoka.
It would have been dumb if
people
this was just
connected.
called like Heir to the Empire.
Yeah, that's a good name.
that's
for
what the
it.
movie's probably going to be called.
I
True,
hope so.
true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
they're
They might be
getting there.
saving the title for something else. Good point.
They're getting there.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't want anyone to think I'm like talking negatively about it. I'm just kind of nitpicking it because this is the focus, right? This is the big thing in Star Wars, and to
Mhm.
be critical, you have to talk about things you like and dislike.
Yeah.
Still love the show. Still think it's probably
There's moments you loved in the finale, like
absolutely.
building the freaking lightsaber.
That was
It's the
fucking
first time
awesome.
we've ever seen it on screen, aside from
Yeah.
a deleted scene.
Yeah, that was fucking cool.
You know, my second favorite moment was Thrawn talking to Ahsoka.
And
Like,
aside
that
from
was
like
dope.
animated,
It-
that they've shown them build lightsabers
Oh,
in
yeah.
animated shows, but I mean live action. But
And
yeah,
like
go ahead.
taunting Ahsoka, like
Yeah.
telling her like I know where Anakin ended up, and like
Mhm.
you could too. Like fuck yeah, Thrawn. God
Mhm.
damn it, I love you.
I still stand by it. Doesn't look like Thrawn to me, but god damn it, he nails it. He nails
Yeah.
it. He just fucking nails it.
Mhm.
It's almost like did you ever see the Steve Jobs movie? The one with Ashton Kutcher.
No, I did not.
He doesn't look anything like Steve Jobs, to me,
Oh.
but he nailed the douchebaggy. Like, I'm a douche.
Well,
to
he's
everybody.
definitely a douche.
I like
standing
Ashton
up
Kutcher.
for what's his nuts.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah, him and Mila. Yeah,
I cannot
standing up
believe
for
that.
Hyde.
Text it.
Okay, Mid-Rim Rebel said not enough Balin or Shin screen time. I think we all agree with that.
Yeah.
I wanted more Balin than Shin.
I'm just
And
tired
it's
of him
funny,
staring
too.
off into the distance, not telling us what he wants.
It's funny too. He didn't speak this episode, so we never got like the last.
He didn't speak at all.
Yeah,
No, yeah, it was just that shot at the end.
he didn't.
Of
He
him
wasn't
standing
in
on
the whole
father.
episode until the last
Oh,
shot,
yeah.
so he never had a chance to speak. So his last
Shin wasn't either until she
the
found those.
last words
Marauders.
recorded
Something
for
like-
acting purposes of that actor was last episode.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Imperial Cargo Bay says, finally some answers we've been waiting for. Agreed. But now I have more questions. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But again, good shows do this,
Mm-hmm.
where it makes you invested. Everyone's already saying season 2, let's go, ready now.
Yeah, but the problem is, dude, with me with these Star Wars shows, you're always like, all right, next season's going to be where they get into it, and then they just don't.
They got into a lot of stuff here. This was a
I'm
very
talking like,
sad.
think about like Mando season 3. You're like, season
that,
3 is
yeah.
going to be the shit.
I agree with that.
And you're like, well, they can do this, and then they just do none of it.
But see,
I don't want them to do that with this show.
But in Filoni we trust. He's set. Look, he's closed a lot and he opened a hell of a lot more, which will give us
But he's given
content
us
for season
small
2.
steps in that right direction with the Shadow Council and like Hux and that stuff, giving us
Sure.
that first order they keep promising. And now this is gonna finish that like Empire, like Heir to the Empire, but Imperial Remnant section of Star Wars. So like this is gonna finish that segment so we can get to the first order. So they're getting there. He's planting all the seeds.
Imperial Cargo Bay also said night troopers can do something cool and not just miss every shot they take.
Yeah.
It's true.
The Death Troopers were cool to see.
Finally, Anonymous said didn't watch, was with Kyle's mom. Oh,
Oh, I like them.
thank you for your questions and comments about the episode. What else in this episode, guys? I kind of like leading with the.
Well, the moment I was talking about earlier, where in the moment I was like, this is Ahsoka finale. I don't want to waste time with this. Was Towson's sword, the blade of Towson. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
that-
here
yeah, that
for the
was a long
Ahsoka.
ass-
I'm not here for this. But then obviously it came back at the end of the episode, and I was there for it.
yeah,
so-
because her arc finally ended, so they were setting
Yeah.
it up for.
Yep.
For
So
more
I just
houses.
had to wait for the end of the episode to be, to see what their bigger picture was.
There's another
Yeah.
thing, like Boss 1 has been defeated.
Yeah.
So that's what
Yep.
wraps up kind of that for this season.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because she died, and the Great Mothers even said, Morgan is dead. Like,
Yeah.
whoops.
And when they kind of set it up, it was all kind of like,
Did Ahsoka take the sword?
no, the sword just
Disappears.
It's, yeah, it's like,
God,
yeah,
that would've
you
been
can't
cool.
really take it. I don't think.
Well, she's only one saber now.
I did not like that.
Yeah, they did cut her saber in half.
That they ended in Dathomir. Was it Dathomir?
Yeah.
I love that.
I didn't like it. Here's why. Not opposed to them going to Dathomir. I think if you're Thrawn and you're coming back, and we talked about this last night, you gotta go like pull that Imperial Star Cruiser up to the New Republic and go suck
He
my
will.
dick.
That's not Thrawn, though.
He's dropping them off first.
Yeah.
I know it's not Thrawn,
He-
but like
he also-
wouldn't he be anxious to get out there and go fuck you?
He made mention about, well, first off, he's depleted with troopers, and he made mention a couple episodes earlier where he said something like,
right, you're right.
the main goal is to get back
Yeah.
and like go from there. So
doesn't
you,
care
like
who
you
he
know
leaves
Thrawn's going to be
behind.
chilling out on Dathomir for a minute.
Calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been gone for 10 years. He has to figure out what has happened in those 10 years and
That
get
was
a new plan.
That was the first time we saw Dathomir in live action
Yeah.
because we saw it in Fallen Order.
Yeah.
It's
Is
as close as
Fallen
we
Order
get.
considered live action?
No, video game I think is different.
It's just
But it's realistic
animated, I
looking.
guess. Like
Like it's not, it's real.
to me, it's more animated than it is.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like
It's a gray
photorealistic.
area. They're
It's
not.
like-
it's not cartoony or stylized.
it's like
No.
The Lion King. Is that live
Yeah,
action?
is that
no,
live action?
but
No,
yes.
but yes.
but
That's
like,
yeah. So it's kind of like that. Okay,
Yeah.
because it's funny because I consider that live action
That's
because
fair.
they did like the motion capture
Yeah.
and all that
And
shit.
it, does,
and
it
it's
looks
looks just like
phenomenal.
Cameron.
Looks like him.
Cal looks like
Yep.
Yeah.
Cameron. So yeah,
I don't know.
You can make the case
Listeners,
for
what do you guys think? Is
That's a good
Is
question.
Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor considered live action?
And
We all
Battlefront
know-
for that.
And Battlefront.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because to me, like Rebels is clearly animated because it's like
Yeah.
they
Right.
take these like stylized choices and shit. I don't feel like Jedi Fallen Order does that.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, that's true.
They make it realistic.
That's right. You know, Deborah Wilson looks like Seer and
Mm-hmm.
yada yada yada. So
I hadn't really thought about that.
Neither
What do,
have
you,
I.
what do you guys think? Comment down below.
comment down below. Indeed, let us know at Jedi Talk Podcast on Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you guys hear
but
that fucking dog? Did you hear that? You hear
Not
that?
in the headphones,
Listen,
but
listen. Just hear it in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to fucking kill the people who own that dog. They
I
like,
love that you didn't say the dog.
No, it's
because,
not the
like,
dog's
Obviously,
fault.
no. Yeah.
the owners will just open the door at 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday, and that dog will be screaming like that at
Yikes.
7:30
So
in the
they
morning.
want to
Saturday.
deal with it. So
I
they
walked
just
out
let
a
it
few
out.
weeks ago, and I was like, "Get your fucking dog inside!" And I screamed it like that, and then like they're like, "Bruh," I forget whatever the dog's name was. I was tired, and then I didn't hear him again. And then
Good.
last Saturday, motherfucker started again, and they brought him back in real quickly.
Oh. Well, good.
But once I'm awake,
Yeah.
fuck you,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Too
You
late.
woke
Yeah,
me
right.
up.
Damage
Right,
is done.
exactly.
Damage is done.
Just go take a poop
7:30
on
on a
there.
fucking Saturday,
porch.
dude. Man, 7:30.
That's people for you.
You're
That's
a
people.
douche if you do that at fucking 7:30. I mean, any day, but on the weekend, dude.
Yeah.
God damn. Oh, Tim Marciano just texted me.
Oh, did he?
Noise.
Let's see what
Does he have a
said.
joke about Kyle?
Let's see.
I'm sure.
It's probably a bourbon thing.
Well, ask him to make a joke about Kyle. We'll read it live on air.
There you go.
And Kyle will get all pissy about it, and then he'll say something about my mother because that's all he ever says.
Oh no, it's a bourbon thing.
No. Well, ask him to make a
Russell's-
Kyle joke, though.
I will. Russell's Reserve 13. Shout out to you, boy.
So what do you think, like, the ultimate end game with Balin truly is with the Mortis stuff? Because we saw Morai, right? So that was like a symbol that the daughter is there. She's on Peridia as Ahsoka.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be how they get back, actually. Because I'm
That
sure
would be crazy.
she'll find recast Balin or Shin
Yeah.
over there.
That would be pretty crazy. Because, like, Shin's story kind of was the most, not confusing, but just, like, what's next of it all.
Tempting.
Because she just, like, goes up to nomads and puts her lightsaber
Right.
up. So it's like, she's going to join them and lead them.
Yeah.
Cool.
The way I saw it is
guess?
leading it. So,
like,
so also she never went back with Thrawn. She never went back to Thrawn. She stayed
Yeah.
on the planet.
well, because she failed that whole attack there with the troopers. So I
Technically.
guess she didn't want to go back to him.
Yeah, but Thrawn called them back.
The troopers, but not her.
Oh, I suppose. That's
Because
right.
he didn't care about her. He was like, we can leave Balin. I don't care about him. We can leave Shin. I just want to get home. It was all he cared about.
Man, you know what would be cool is the Tales of the Jedi for like
Yes.
Balin's skull.
Yes.
That's
That's
how
the route
they
to
should
go.
do it. I didn't
Absolutely.
even fucking think of
You
that.
can do one or two
Shout out to
episodes
Disney
of
for
him
stealing our idea.
in the prequels, and then one or two episodes of him after Ahsoka.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
that's what
I want
wanna
him at
do.
the temple.
I want
I want
I want
that.
to see him
Holy
with the prequel era, but I also want
Who's
to
your
see.
Who is your master?
Yeah, I want to know who taught him.
What was Qui-Gon?
I could see that very similar
Or
vibes.
Dooku?
Dooku would be dope.
I'm trying
too.
to find any like holes, not holes, but like parts where that couldn't be.
I
but
just
can't
ordered
think of anything.
the
so.
was,
Qui-Gon Force Ghost Black Series.
I
Ooh,
just saw
nice.
that existed.
Yeah.
I completely forgot it. I think we talked about it.
We
when it
did
announced
when it came out. Yeah.
I just completely forgot. about
Walmart
it.
exclusive though,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Fuck. Was it expensive already? Did they
Um,
knock the prices
It
up?
was $27.
No. Okay. I need to get
mean,
that.
Dooku trained that one guy in Master and Apprentice that they talk about a little bit, right? Rail.
Well, who's Gerald
Rail
T'Pol?
Avaros or Rail, what's his name? Rail
No.
something.
Oh, what if Jero T'Pol was his master? I think he's older. I mean, unless Jero T'Pol had a Padawan before Cal, yeah.
Which
sure.
he could have.
He absolutely could have. I don't know how old he
Cal
was.
towards the end of the Clone Wars.
True.
So
Yeah,
Cal
before
was,
that.
Cal was a pretty new apprentice. I mean,
Yeah,
the-
Cal
you
was
played with him as
9.
like a child.
Yeah, Cal was 9.
that
I
would be
think.
pretty cool. Because like this show already did everything. It tied in everything in canon to
No,
this point.
Cal was
Like,
12, I think, because he's 17 in Fallen Order. Sorry, I had to correct that. Otherwise, I wouldn't been able to sleep at night.
Somebody would have been.
Yeah.
That was
not Bob Iger's fault.
Yep, because it is.
Well, if it isn't the meanest drunk in town.
Anyone they go could be cool, as long as it's not just another new Jedi Master, which there can be, because there were some that we don't know about. There's a ton of them, but it'd be cool if it was one we know about.
So Ezra said something about Thrawn finding Peridia. I'm going to assume he knew about this place like long ago through the tales. I mean, it sounds like something Thrawn would do and know.
Yeah,
Like Thrawn
especially
found this
because
place.
he keeps losing to Jedi.
He woke
lost
the
to
Great
Kanan.
Mothers. Yeah.
Yeah, it did say he woke the Great Mothers.
Woke the
I was
Great
like,
Mothers,
whoa.
yeah.
Well, once you go woke, you go broke. So
How do you wake a Great Mother? What do you normally do with Kyle's mom?
hey,
I
don't know.
Wake her up by,
we're better at putting her
giving
to
the old
sleep than
pork
we are
sword.
waking her up.
You know what my new favorite obsession on the internet is? I've known about this guy for a while.
This
but I
could go a
never-
lot of ways.
The guy I showed you the other day.
Oh yeah,
On Thursdays
Yeah.
we do chess. Have you seen this
Oh,
guy?
yeah.
yeah.
Robbie Frank?
I fucking love it.
I know Robbie
It's
Frank.
so
Yeah,
fucking
yeah. On
funny.
Mondays we
Let's
do
get him
chess.
on the show. Let's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
he's
go
always
ahead.
like yelling.
He's
Yeah.
like,
He's
if
like-
you want to stare at the Big Dipper while she's undoing your zipper, you gotta get fucking swole.
So
we
dumb.
do arms.
It's so dumb, but we
Saturday
love
we
it.
do arms. Because if you want to, what was the? I showed you one that was like my favorite one. It was so ridiculous. I love he starts laughing at each at the
Yep.
end of each one of them. It's so fucking funny. Oh, so good.
Yeah,
Is
we
there any
talked.
other news other than the figures that we saw today that were, I guess, kind of announced or leaked or whatever
It's
the
like
fuck they were?
hologram figures.
Yeah,
I
the hologram series. No, the
What,
only
what do
other
you think about those?
they look
Those are
great.
dope.
I think they look cool,
light
too.
I
up for
want
30
those
minutes.
in other characters though. Like
Oh,
I
wait,
want
they-
I want
they
the ones
light
they
up?
have.
Yeah, they light
Oh,
up.
I didn't see that they
Oh,
light up.
dang.
Oh shit.
Like I want the ones they announced, but
hate
that
seeing
felt
things
like
in
a little
passing.
weird that those are the ones that began this line.
I didn't even see
Like,
what it was. I know
when you think
Ahsoka was the
hologram,
first
you
one.
think
Oh,
like-
Ahsoka, Mandalorian.
Mando makes sense.
Shit.
One clone or somebody like one stormtrooper. I
I
don't
want
know.
a Palpatine.
When you think holograms, you think
No,
like Palpatine, Leia, like iconic. You don't think these random figures
They
that
could
they
do a
announced.
Star Tour series of it where it's like
The
Poe.
Toy
That'd be cool.
Stories.
They used to sell Star Tours branded figures back
I
in the
know.
day.
I got the
Mand-
Rex.
all right, here we go.
fucking
The Mandalorian, Han Solo,
Oh, Axe Woves
Han
was one of
Solo.
them.
Axe
Bo
Woves.
Katan, Ahsoka.
Has Han ever been in a hologram?
I don't think so.
It's just a way for them to, like, let's be real. This is a cool idea, but this is just
Yeah.
way for
No,
them to
no,
reuse the
these-
molds.
Yeah.
Holocom collection. I mean, where was his? I mean, it says it on the side.
Han
These
is-
Can't Kill Chewie at Toy Collector Star Wars on Instagram says these
Friend of the
choices for
show.
characters baffles me. Axe
Yeah.
Woves. Did any of these characters appeal as holograms?
No.
How about Leia, Palpatine, Cody, Maul, Invader, or Luke?
Yes,
Maybe. Yeah, right there with you.
With
Yeah,
you,
dude.
dude.
The other ones are Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, Axe Woves. So just like I said, yeah. All
Who
right.
gives a fuck about Axe Woves?
And there's the Qui-Gon.
Yeah, that thing. I saw that
That's
picture.
beautiful.
It looks
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I have the Obi-Wan one for that was like the Walgreens exclusive. I got that.
That's cool.
I got it before I was collecting figures.
Nice. I've got the Yoda one.
The Yoda one's sick.
Yeah.
You have the set now.
I do. I have
Yeah.
the Anakin, Yoda, and Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
Force Ghosts, yeah.
those are sick, dude.
I love it.
I love those so much.
I want to say one more thing about Ahsoka. I just liked, and I caught this the second time. Anakin finally taught Ahsoka how to see past fear of somebody fully embracing the dark. Like Ahsoka going back and like kind of forgiving Sabine and just like
Mhm.
trusting in her.
Mhm.
Because even Ezra, I think it was Ezra or Huyang said she was scared what would happen to Sabine fully embracing the dark. You know, the whole reason she didn't train Grogu back in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So
And this
she's
takes
finally-
place after that, well after that.
I think,
so.
but I feel like this is the first time somebody's actually been able to do that. I mean, I know Luke eventually did it with Rey in a sense, but this felt complete. I don't know. It just felt complete. Like somebody, like finally just saw past the fear. I'm like, all right, we're gonna fully train him no matter what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point.
The only
good way to think about it.
the only other news, I know Cameron Monaghan confirmed that they're working on Survivors, or Jedi Fallen Order Survivor 3, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sweet.
What do you think they'll call it? Give us your best prediction. You're more versed. That's not even English.
All right,
You're
so
much better versed in this than we are.
So it'll be Star Wars Jedi. That's the title now. So
Yeah.
the first one was Fallen Order. We saw the remnants of the crumbling order and the Empire's rise. And then Cal trying to get Holocron. And then Survivor was basically Kata getting together with Marin. This is going to be like the conclusion, right? And I'm trying to think of like a too perfect of a name. Star Wars Homecoming. I don't know.
That is too perfect. I don't know.
No.
That's not perfect. That's too
Jedi Survivor.
easy.
that was
Not
a joke.
perfect.
That
Yeah,
was a
that's
joke.
not perfect.
That was a
Yeah,
joke.
too easy. Something with order in it, like not New Order, because that's not Rise of an.
I'm
trying to think.
A New Home would be a little bit too much like A New Hope. Ooh, I mean, it could be. Oh,
Legacy of
Padawan.
the Order or Padawan.
they'll call it Star Wars Jedi Padawan.
I do like that.
Because I think it's
It
going to
connects
center
back
a
to
lot
Cal.
around him. Because
Could
I
just
think
do
in the
Master and
game,
Apprentice.
then do it. I mean, whatever. But I think I'm leaning Padawan, and I want part of the game is for you to train Kata.
Jedi
100%.
Master and Apprentice.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but they already have a few things called Master and Apprentice, like
Yeah, an episode
An
of
Ahsoka
this show,
episode.
and then a book.
know.
a book. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was something also in this season that was really weird. Was
Rise of the
titles.
Jedi
The
Order.
titles of these episodes were like.
Today
what
was
was this
the
one like?
Chronicles of Narnia.
I was gonna say this one was what Lion Witch in the Wardrobe or
Yeah.
something.
Something
Yeah,
like
like
that.
come on, guys, do better.
That's what Courtney called out like immediately when the episode started. She's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's Chronicles of Narnia." I think.
That's how you know this was a pretty good season because that's my biggest nitpick was the titles were kind of lame.
I think there was a lot of wasted time in this season.
Just that one episode for me anyway.
Yeah. It's whatever. Any other news to talk about, gentlemen? Before we get back
Last
next
thoughts
week
on the
to our-
finale.
We need some Star Wars news. What the fuck's going
What's
on?
coming? What's next?
There's
What
been
are-
an
what's
actor and a
next to
writer's
look forward
strike,
to?
so
Oh,
it's-
that's
that's
right.
why.
That's resolved, right?
The writers
found
is.
something out. But
Actors,
not
I
the
don't believe.
actors?
No.
Is Skeleton Crew what
Oof.
we're looking forward to next? Is
Yeah.
that the thing?
Yeah, but that's next
That's
year
the
now.
next
Oh, man,
May,
we
I
got
think.
nothing.
We got nothing, dude.
Oh, jeez.
We got nothing.
Rough.
We got less than nothing. We do have the watching the slow demolition of the Halcyon, which will start soon.
That's true.
I actually almost drove. There's still the signs up, which I was surprised by.
Because that costs money to get rid of them. So like,
Disney's usually pretty good though about like when something closes, like taking it off signage and removing maps and stuff. So
that
it's-
part, yes,
it's weird
but
that-
not physically removing it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird that that's still there.
They just ripped it from our hearts.
ripped it from our hearts, but not from the soil of Florida.
Nope,
Yeah.
not yet.
But
They're gonna have to get that tax money, I think.
I think so. Now here was what we were. I think you and me were talking about this, Evan, or maybe it was me and Holly. Can they just remove the hotel aspect of it?
that was me and you. I was like, just
Okay.
get rid of the rooms, and you can still use the atrium and the dinner show. You can use everything else.
Use
Yeah,
the bridge.
definitely.
Use the bridge. Use the bar.
Because if it's not a hotel anymore, because then it's just not a hotel. Because then
Yeah.
you've taken away the thing that made it a hotel. Now it's
Mhm.
just a kitchen and a interactive.
Yeah, you
Lobby.
get all loopholey and be like, it's not a resort anymore.
Tis true.
It's
Yeah. I don't know. I will be shocked if it doesn't get demolished.
Okay.
I think Disney's gonna want to, just for like in their eyes, this this.
They think it's a
Stay-
failure,
yeah.
so they want to wipe
Well,
their
they
hands.
think
of
it's a
it.
failure because they don't give a fuck about anything but money. They're a company.
Yeah.
So to them, it is a failure.
Right.
I heard a rumor today that the real cruise lines are losing money. Is that a true thing? Because I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Cruise lines?
Yeah, like the Disney Cruise Line.
I mean, I think
I
all
feel like that's not right.
I
that
think
thing makes ton
all
of money.
parts of leisure
I don't
right
know,
now
man.
are bleeding
Yeah,
a
it's
little bit.
Well, nobody can afford to do anything.
Yeah,
But yet they
exactly.
keep adding ships to the fleet. It's like, so you'll keep doing that.
Well,
but
to be fair, a lot of streaming services operate in the negative for a long time. They just have a
Yeah.
lot of
exactly.
capital to
A
do
lot
it.
of theme
So,
parks do for a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah,
Patience, man. What
Yeah.
was Balin's quote about? Like,
patience is
Patience.
virtue.
No,
And he
patience.
said the N word.
Like something about trying to get victory and ensures defeat, or I forget what the quote was. But I'm like, yeah, you made the quote, Disney. Listen to it.
No, they didn't make it. That's like an actual famous quote.
Oh, well, either way, you put it in your show, Disney. You know it exists. Listen
that was
to
Dave.
it.
I don't know where I put my pictures, Jesus, but yeah,
That's a great quote.
Yes,
But
that's a quote. So I don't think it's. I mean, if there is too much Star Wars news, look, we've been enamored with Ahsoka and the closure of the Halcyon, right? So that's been Jedi Talks world, right? We've met a bunch of other people who feel the same way, and just on to the next.
Yeah.
On to the next. That's what we do. We'll see what it comes.
We will persevere.
Right. The last thoughts for me on Ahsoka that we didn't really touch were they brought what we all thought was going to happen, where like, oh, all those stormtroopers are going to be zombies. Well, kind of, yes and no, because they didn't start as zombies, but they became zombies. So I was like, all right, I see what you did. Like,
how do we know they didn't just reanimate zombies?
Because they died pretty easily the first time.
And they were walking like normal humans.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they were like,
they were all like in a line.
Yeah,
and they were definitely more dead.
Yeah.
At the end.
And because Rogue One and Rebels brought in canon versions of Death Troopers, they couldn't call them Death Troopers for this, so they became Night Troopers. But then another fourth wall breaking thing, we got Death Troopers that were zombies in canon now.
That was fucking cool.
We saw them standing in the background, and you and I were like, holy, Death Troopers. And then they became
all these
zombies.
repacks with the
the
Black Series and TVC.
Just cracked helmets.
I'm here for it, because to me that's enough. You know, it's not just like a patch or a helmet.
Yeah, like a red stripe, and that's it.
It's enough of a change.
Red beer. You said red stripe.
Yeah.
Beer. I've also been watching a lot of old 2000s commercials on YouTube.
Brad, are you okay?
Do
you need to go to therapy?
It's been a rough week.
I've had a very rough week.
I know.
Use Kyle's promo code. And
I just lately I've been just mind-numbing. TV has been like the best.
I get it.
Like old commercials that you remember shit. Like
sure.
If you go back and watch commercials from like 2001, it looks like it was made in the fucking 80s.
Yeah, I know.
It's so weird. And I remember thinking like this will never look old when I was a kid. Like 'cause I remember back in the day, like you'd see old commercials and like news clips and stuff, and you're like, it'll never look like that now.
This is not going to age at all.
Try the new Marlboro.
It looks worse.
That'll cure your cold.
The style was
Smack
so
your wife
horrible.
on the way out of your house.
Like 5 out of 6 doctors recommend pregnant women smoke Marlboro unfiltered.
Yep. Unfiltered. While jumping down the stairs.
Does your broad have postpartum depression? Well, now we recommend Marlboro Red.
It'll perk her right
It's
back
just
up,
the
making
zip
you
she
that
needs.
pie. Yeah.
There you go.
Get her off the couch and back in the kitchen with Marlboro Reds.
And you guys think we're like making a joke? Like this
No,
shit
those
was
were real. Those are real
This
commercials.
shit used to
like,
be.
5 out of 6 doctors recommended smoking.
I know. Well, that just
It'll
goes to
curb
show
your
you it's
appetite.
marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, just to look at all big everything. Like Aaron Rodgers. I'm not gonna.
Why do you hate Aaron Rodgers? I
No,
feel like you guys are
I
best
don't
friends.
anymore. I don't
Okay.
anymore.
Okay. It was a Green
I
Bay.
it was a
I
Green Bay
thought I
thing.
liked you. Dang it.
It was no.
likes
Now
Aaron
that he's off the
Rodgers.
Packers, like I don't necessarily agree with everything Aaron Rodgers says, but he's a free thinker. That's what I like about him. He's a free thinker.
Yeah.
Fair.
He's not jump lockstep with everything that they're trying to have all these NFL players doing. And if I see Taylor Swift on a fucking football game one more time, I can't be just held
It's her.
responsible.
I just
Oh yeah,
had
that's
to-
right. I forgot we have a Swiftie here.
I just had to listen
Jesus
to her
Christ.
while we were stuck in I-4 traffic. So.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You had to
Were you
listen to some
driving?
good music.
No,
Fuck's
but
wrong with
Okay,
you?
if
'cause I
I
was gonna
was,
say
I
if
would
you
have
were
jumped out of the
driving,
car. She sounds country. I didn't realize she was country.
She
was.
started as a country artist.
Ugh. Gross.
She's so hot. Oh yeah, she's ugly, right?
not ugly, but I wouldn't preface
She's not
hot.
a sex symbol, but she's hot. You look at her, you go like, yeah. I don't necessarily see her in Playboy, but she's hot, and she's talented as fuck. I'm going to see the Eras tour in movie theaters. I got it for Holly.
Right now, I can hear Kyle listening to this. He's like, writing
Typing
it down.
away.
He's like, "Ugh."
Only thing that's good is what I like.
Which is not Disneyland, apparently.
Ooh. No, it's not.
Questions. So many.
I don't get it.
I'm going to listen to that
Yeah,
like tomorrow.
He
Listen
texted
to
me.
it.
He's like, "That's really what I said," and I was like, "Yes."
you were hating
That's
it,
what
man.
he
You were hating
You
it.
bitched to us the entire time you were gone.
It's true, he did.
We have the text.
Yeah, except when he was on Haunted Mansion.
Yeah,
Holiday.
that was the only thing he like praised.
Yeah.
We told you LA sucked. Why would you go?
I just think he wanted to see it.
I get it. You wanted to see how bad it was for yourself. I
Yeah, there
understand.
you
You
go.
wanted to eat In and
Yeah.
Out. Did he even go to In and Out?
I went to In-N-Out when we were in San Francisco. I can't remember if he did with
How
me
the
or not.
fuck did he not?
There's
Probably-
still parts of
probably
LA I
Chipotle.
haven't seen that I want to see. So next time I am going to
Dude,
see parts
LA's
of it too. But
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now it looks like fucking Last of Us.
Yeah.
Anaheim did during. It was horrible, man. Walking around Anaheim, just stepping over people walking into. I'm not bullshitting, dude. I was walking down the street, going into CVS to get a bottle of water. I'm walking over a homeless guy sleeping in front of the fucking door, not like in the way, like in the door frame.
yep, not
Crazy.
surprised.
One of the things, by the way, if you're a Disney fan, one of the things you have to do the next time you are in LA, I highly recommend this. I did this myself. Look up the addresses. Do not harass any of the people that live there. Don't take photos of them because it's someone's private residence. But you can go and drive around LA to every house that Walt Disney lived in and see the side of the old Hyperion studio.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool.
That's on my list for sure.
I did that my last trip, and it's about 45 minutes to get in between all the
that's
houses.
worth
You can
it,
do
though.
it, but
That's
it
worth
is,
it.
and it's a beautiful drive through LA, and it's cool because like you see the growth of the company. Because it's the first house is like it's nice, but it's like a small little house, 2-story house. Then the next one's a little bit nicer, and then the next one's like, holy shit, this is like I think Michael Jackson lived there at one point.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the one jeez, I can't talk. That's the one he bought or made probably after Snow White, I would imagine. The Snow White money came in, and
the
he's
first
like, oh, yeah.
one was I think during the Alice comedies era, and then the second house was after Snow White was a huge success. But it was like the jump wasn't like crazy, but the jump from the second house to the last house is like crazy. It's nuts. I mean, like literally, I think we were around the street from
Was it third house is the one he
Tom
built the
Cruise's house.
railroad,
There was
right?
some massive,
Yeah.
there was some massive celebrity that like actively lived there. I want to say it was
Probably like John Stamos or someone, 'cause he loves Disney.
no, it was
Mo Howard.
it was a singer, and I was
Boom
like, holy
Howard?
shit, like they live
Oh.
right here, and I can't remember who it was. Who cares? But that's a cool little tour to
Yeah,
do
for
if you're
sure.
if you're a Disney dork.
I want to do that. I want to go to Tam O'Shanter's too at one point.
What is that?
The bar that like all the Imagineers went to.
Oh, is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh wow.
They have the booth where they used to meet too.
Oh,
that's
that's
cool.
amazing.
I
That's
at least
really
want
cool.
to see the booth. I'm sure everyone in the world wants to sit there, so I want to see it at least.
You might be able to sit there. I don't know how many people are going to do that.
Yeah.
LA is so weird because there's so much history there, but they
Yeah.
don't preserve any of it.
No.
Oof.
They just knock it down.
That's
like
rough.
the site where Hyperion was is a fucking Ralph's like a Publix essentially, like
That's
a shitty
insane.
Publix.
Man.
And then there's like a sign. It was like on this site. This used to be
Ugh.
the thing.
The cool thing used to be here.
Yeah.
Wow.
So strange. All right. Is that anything
it.
else we want to talk about?
I think that's
Nothing?
it. I'm
All right.
good.
Go to LA and tell Kyle online how bad his Mr. Toad's
Yeah.
opinion is.
Yeah, please.
Oh, okay. Can we rally the troops around this? I know we joke around a
You
lot.
didn't like Toads?
He hates Mr. Toad's.
I
by the
haven't
way.
done their version of Toads, but I love
It's
our
incredible.
Toads,
It's
so
incredible.
I'm sure I'd love that one.
It's just shit. What is his Instagram handle?
At Kyle Cosentino.
At Kyle Costantino, and say your opinion is wrong about Toad,
Yeah.
and call him a midget.
Yeah, please. Well,
Say his mom's hot.
Say his mom's hot. Call him. Oh, hang on. We might have a last second
ooh,
joke from Mr. Tim Marciano here, drummer of Scourge.
that's right.
Kyle's mother is a nice lady. I can't say anything negative about her. Then I'll never forgive her for giving birth to that gargoyle she calls.
I liked where that started, but that got rough.
No, it didn't. It got rough. It got better.
Oh shit.
That's good.
Hilarious.
I love it.
All right,
Thanks, Tim.
guys. The next few episodes will be. Are we going back to the? I mean, if there's news. I mean,
Yes, of
there
course.
doesn't seem to be anything. We'll just still do
We'll-
our old format
we'll talk
news, even if it's 15 minutes.
Top
show, then
10s,
we'll
news,
do
We'll
it.
top
topics.
10s.
We'll topics.
Maybe we'll finally get around to that top 100 Star Wars moments.
Now might be the time to do it. To be
Yeah,
honest,
we
with
got a
you, 'cause
lull
we're
in
in a
content.
lull of
Yes,
things.
I also don't. Listeners, I have not forgotten about part two of Lebeth's thing we were going to do.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh,
we,
with
we
the
actually
drinks.
talked about
Yeah.
it the other day. So
with
There you
with
go.
yeah,
Yes.
Beth
she
in
got me all
person.
sparkly. It was very.
You still have glitter
so
on
much
you.
Glitter.
There's
Do
still
I really?
no.
Oh,
Yes, you do.
I probably do. It
Maybe.
was aggressive, but hey, LeBeth, tone back on
You know
the
what?
glitter.
I hate glitter. It's rough, coarse, irritating, and it
It's
gets everywhere.
All right, the next few episodes are gonna be remote, so just a heads up. If you hate those, I don't like listening to podcasts that are remote. So if you don't, I understand.
Don't listen
but
to
it's
us.
just it's just what it's gonna be. It's either that or nothing, and I don't like to do that. So next 4 weeks probably will be remote-ish, unless you guys will do something without me, and that's fine too. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys on the next show. Until then, stay safe. May the Force be with you.
Always and Tabuite.
Rise, Jedi Knight.